but though as Kim prepares to encounter in trump card at a refuge isle in the diminutive town state, he has a phalange of loyalists and hardliners. Observer of household, wait to see which he agrees to up back to Polar Korea. The surviving of the Kim household Tang dynasty has been the drive strength of Polar Korea's search for nuke force, a search how began in Kim's grandpa Kim Il-sung. Secretariat of Country Mike Pompeo said reporters Monday the U.S. was prepared to do safety assurances to Kim Jong Un. We're produced to ensure confidence how denuclearization isn't thing how ends ill for them, Pompeo said reporters in Singapore. We are produced to do safety assurances how are various and distinctive rather than America has been readily to ensure previous. We believe the is required and relevant, he told. Purges in Pyongyang. Kim Jong Un has perhaps undertaken several period to profit complete monitoring, told O'Neill. The purges, he argues, as well specify how Kim has the intestinal strength of mind to get on and kill such he believes present an factual or probable risk to his monitoring above the country. How Kim derives loyalty, via a mix of terrorism and rewards for customer loyalty, will be painted of the plan of his dad and grandpa, as so as observational data he has obtained in another place. Boundaries set front of negotiations time both of sides include talked on denuclearization, broad differences stay as to which is turned on in the trial, how length it would get, and which sanctions regime ease might go up the full, permanent, verifiable disassembly how the U.S. is needing. Key for Kim is which same will be capable to get household to Pyongyang, if he'll be reasonable to the top ranks of by the government, or interfere any rumblings of infidelity. Son Won-cheon, a ex-Southward Korean by the government formal who treated in the Defense and Union departments, is skeptical how Polar Korea will always leave its nuke stockpile, and doesn't believe Kim will go really far at all in his negotiations in trump card for how cause. Kim Jong-un has already set the border he can go in trump card, that he set for the world society as so as the Polar Korean human beings, a progressive Polar Korean release of denuclearization in tandem in move-by-move reducing of sanctions regime and some tactful and safety benefits, he told. How type is supported by Lisa Collins, a comrade at the office space of the Korea Armchair at the Center for Strategy and World Teaching in Washington, D.C., who told the reshuffle was portion of a much longer trial of force consolidating by Kim. I believe the is in fact a mark of Kim Jong-un's force as a lead, not definitely of his weak. If he wasn't in monitoring he would be concerned on trembling things up so shut to the summit conference and eliciting clearance of the war elites, Collins told. We don't aware why they were replaced, told Bruce Klingner, a elder study comrade at the legacy basis. Kim has cleaned hundreds of officials for his rule. Down there is a trend to portray replace of Polar Korean officials as substitute hardliners in moderates. Down there are no moderates in Polar Korea. He's love substitute son Corleone in Michael Corleone. He may say and gown superior, but same's yet of the identical household. A new era of relations the summit conference, the anchoring told, is received the focus and hopes of the whole planet, and how inclusive and to-depth view will be exchanged on issues of overall concern, such as creation and new DPRK-USA relations, how represent change requirements of the new epoch, creation company and constant world on the Korean Peninsula and denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. Of all external decorum, Polar Korea, its war and its institutions are all in lockstep over their expensive high lead. He comes to the meet in trump card in more than policy confidence at his behind rather than the CEO. Kim is on as strong as a totalitarianism lead can constitute, told retired Lieutenant Colonel David Jonas, a magistrate lawyer and specialist in Nuclear Non-Proliferation Act. Down there appear to be few, if all, actual checks on his force. Time he surely depends on his loyalists to stay in accusation, as would, rather openly, any lead. He perhaps has more than freedom of action rather than nearly any some planet lead.